you done surface grinding, paste wax. It's in the first drawer next to the sink. Get some out. As soon as you're done, wipe it onto your project, let it dry. Wouldn't be a bad idea to put some masking tape on it. Best grade on these, when we're talking surface grinding grade, is to have that pure, perfect, untouched, unscratched. It's not a bad argument for leaving it till last, because everybody else is out of the way, and you've got it just round. You get scratches on it, it looks kind of ugly. This machine, on our lathe, we've got an accessory here, nice little motor, got a switch. It's called a tool post grinder. Over there we can precision grind dead flat. Over here we can precision grind cylinders. We mentioned Morse tapers in the class. There's a tailstock center, dead center, and it was precision ground both the taper and the Morse taper, so that we have accuracy in our tools. They were done with something like this. In this case, I have my work turning, and I have my grinder turning, and I have my compound rest set at the angle that I want to produce. We talked about tailstock centers before. The dead ones, because they don't spin and they still hold the end of your work, tend to get burned up because people don't lubricate them enough. You need to regrind it then. This is how they would do that process. The same thing could be done. Turn this and turn a perfect cylinder. We could do the same thing turning a Morse taper. As long as you get the angle dead on, you can do a Morse taper. It'll slip in there. The male and female, it'll hold beautifully. You get it off, nothing but a big hammer is going to make it work, and then it's still not going to work right. This one, for me certainly right now, a little bit of trial and error for getting a quality finish. I'm running my spindle about 840 RPM. I can turn it either way for the job. But again, like with the other surface grinders, we're taking a very light cut. Not a real complex process. I know some of you have a little bit of trouble seeing it. Isn't that embarrassing? You're in there.
That's why I grab a hammer.
Feels like Monday. The quality of that grind is really pretty good.
How's it feel bare?
Now once you've seen it, it's pretty easy to come around and start seeing what else has been ground in this way. All right. We take the chuck off of our spindle. The spindle nose that fits on has definitely been ground. The inside of the chuck that mates to that has been ground. Outside surface, ground. Spindles for lathes, spindles for our Bridgeport mills, precision fit bearings on them, all of them are ground. Once Once you recognize the type of finish you've got, you can see where it's been applied. If you need a quality finish, the general rule of thumb, the highest quality finish you're going to get on metal is going to be a ground finish. Our lathes won't do this. Our mills won't do this. If you're measuring 0.010 of an inch finer, it's going to be ground. Last thing on grinding, we got a bench grinder over here. You're familiar with those. There's a way to dress those stones when they wear. The other thing we want to look at this one, the stone nearest me. This is our big beast over here behind Ben. The stone nearest me has all this silver spots around it. Somebody used aluminum. All right? We've only got one class in here. It's like, start looking at your neighbors. Somebody did it. But anyway, we don't grind aluminum because it clogs up. The only metals we grind on the grindstones, ferrous metals, irons, steels. All right? Take a look at this grindstone, and then I'll show you with a dressing tool how we dress our stones.